Midwest Music Fest is back and bigger than ever. 60 performers in 2 days, September 16th and 17th. See S. Carey, Field Report, The People Brothers Band, Night Moves, Dead Horses, Dosh, Gold, and so many more. Find tickets and your new favorite band at MidwestMusicFest.org. Get outside in Pepin County. Pack up the family and visit the childhood home of Laura Ingalls Wilder. Sail on Lake Pepin, bike the Chippewa River State Trail, hike up Maiden Rock, and throw a line in a trout stream. Sign up to win a vacation at visitpepincounty.com. We talk with artist Tiffany Lavender about custom art, selling the work, creative training, and murals. We also get into why body positivity is a through line in her work. You can find more conversations, food reviews, live music, and events on our website, lacrosselocal.com. I'm Amy.
And I'm Brent.
And this is La Crosse Local.
My name is Tiffany Lavender. I was born and raised in La Crosse, Wisconsin. I moved away for a few years and came back and fell in love. What got me into art, probably family was my biggest influence. I have a family of artists, whether that be musical or visual, very, very talented. And so I think that really sparked my passion. And that's really where it all starts, is a passion.
Kind of looking at your work and your website, where do your influences lie in terms of, do you have significant painters or designers or musicians or artists you kind of emulate, or somebody that kind of informed your work?
I don't really think so. I think I got into realism because that's where most of my family is focuses their talent is in realism. And so a lot of my work used to be very realistic and just what you can see in life, recreating what I see. I had always been a doodler. And so I have a lot of like realism and then doodles and then just a lot of in between. As far as just what I create, I just kind of in the past year have been realizing who I am and what I want to create and what's going on inside my head naturally without all the outside influences of what I think I should be creating. And so I'm still trying to figure that out.
So, checking out your website, seems like you do everything from custom art, logo design, you sell your own work, of course. What goes into putting, your business and maybe this different sort of, I guess, themes or these different pathways where you offer services? What is it like putting that together? Because this is a relatively new business in some sense, right?
Yeah. I have been freelance designing since 2009. From there, I've just, like I said, have been trying to figure out who I am and what I want to do. I worked for FSPA, the Franciscan Sisters of Perpetual Adoration. I worked there for almost 5 years, and there they just really kind of nurtured me as a human being. And I was doing graphic design there, and I just kind of during 2020, being at home, realized that I can work on my own. And so I quit working there, even though I absolutely loved my job, and quit in 2021 beginning. And so I'm still just figuring out what I'm doing. I still offer graphic design and figuring out who I am as an artist.
What is creative training about?
I offer one-on-one or group setting training, either in any kind of creative creation software like Adobe Creative Suite. So Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign. Also, if you use a self-building website builder, I can help train in those kinds of things like Wix and Squarespace. Those are the two main ones that I've trained in.
Also checking out, and I've seen some of these in person, but it seems like you've been kind of dabbling. I don't know if you've been doing this for a while, but I know some well-known murals around the area.
Yeah, those are probably my favorite kind of work to do right now anyway. I feel like it varies, but murals really emulate both sides of who I am as an artist, the design aspect and painting in one. So I think those have really become my favorite thing to do.
You also sell on your site. I mean, it's just, you'd have to check out your website at tiffanylavender.com, because there just seems to be just a ton of different things you offer, but also like checking out your portfolio. But then also you have a shop, which I think looks like you do kind of commissions, but then you also do different themes. You know, your work doesn't shy away from some adult themes as well. It seems like you have body positive sort of work is like a through line. Why is that stuff important to you?
Growing up, especially for girls in my generation, millennials, stick thin bodies were it. If you had even an ounce of fat, you were fat. And being fat and ugly were the absolute worst things to be. And I feel like it still is a very strong mindset. And so showing women that you are absolutely stunning, no matter what size you are. Stick thin is very beautiful, but so is a very voluptuous woman. I think women just have a very hard time finding beauty in themselves because they've been picked apart. And those negative comments throughout your life stick with you way more than any positive comments do. And so just creating the art in itself, when people see it, when they commission me, especially, they are just in awe of themselves. And that's so important to me. It's so heartwarming.
So can you find your work in person? Is there any place around
I
La
don't
Crosse or the area, or?
I don't have any of my pieces in any galleries. I think a lot of the galleries want more like landscape and less of my in your face kind of material. But my website or social media is the main place you can see my art, or my murals, because those are commissioned. And
So, I mean, going to your website on shop page, you have a wide variety of different things that are available. Can you kind of take us through some of those, you know, from your apparel to mini prints? You also, looks like you have some like exploding gift boxes, which is kind of
yeah,
cool.
yeah, I am kind of all over the place. I guess I've got my merchandise, which includes stickers, the exploding gift boxes, and then what else do I have in there? I have weekly planners in there as well. That's just something I created for myself and thought that other people might enjoy as well. The exploding gift boxes, though, are definitely a labor of love. Those started with, I created a piece of artwork for La Crosse during the pandemic. A lot of downtown businesses closed, and I just created this piece of artwork for it, and it responded really well on social media. And so I was trying to find ways to get people shopping locally, and that's where the gift box was born. I made the whole layout of the box. I cut each piece, I glue it, I fold it, all of that. So it's definitely a labor of love, but that's how that was started. And then from there, also I've got apparel, and the mini prints are 8x10 and 11x14 mats. Everything is made to a size that will easily fit into a frame. That was something that was important to me, and I package them very well so they'll ship safely and stay nice and fresh.
So what's the best avenue for people to follow along? Are you very active on Instagram, or where's the best spot for people to go to find out what's going on with you?
I would love Instagram to be my main avenue. Right now, I have a lot more followers on Facebook, but I do post pretty much the same things on Instagram and Facebook. So both Instagram and Facebook are Tiffany Lavender AF, or
Both
my
of-
website, of course, is tiffanylavender.com.
La Crosse Local Podcast is a production of River Travel Media. Do you have an interview idea you'd like to share with us? Message us on Facebook at La Crosse Local. Find out more about us at lacrosselocal.com, and you can subscribe to the La Crosse Local Podcast on your favorite podcast app. If you like us, rate us 5 stars. We appreciate it.